In this video, we will look at Stack Overflow developer survey results. Our 90,000 developers responded to the poll in 2023. This year's participants are 20,000 more developers than in 2022. Stack Overflow has been doing this survey for 13 years. This is the voice of the developer, answering questions on how they learn and advance their skills, the tools they use now, the ones they would like to use in the future. First one is developer profile. Learning to code. Learning to code from online sources increased from 70% to 80% since the 2022 survey. Let's see more details about it. Almost 80% of people like to learn code from online resources like videos, blogs, or forums. I also prefer using these resources to learn programming. The second one is books and physical media, which is about 51%. The third one is school. Most students learn code in school. I am surprised to see bootcamps are only 9%. When comparing people of different ages, we find that younger people prefer learning online, while elder people prefer reading books. Learning resources to code. Let's see what developers use more resources to learn to code. People learn new skills in different ways. Sometimes I don't like documentation, but according to this survey, the top websites used by developers learning to code are technical documentation with 63,319 responses. When I was a beginner, I felt that documentation was very tough. I feel that documentation is a little bit tough for beginners. I couldn't understand the docs at the beginning of my journey, or maybe I think this survey is filled by most senior developers. But the second one is Stack Overflow. I mostly use Stack Overflow to fix bugs. Even that kind of learning you cannot call a proper resource to learn, as we learn from YouTube, W3 School, or Free Code Camp. The third one is blog. 53,000 plus developers learn from blogs. I also have read a lot of well-written blogs. How-to videos are also a great source to learn code. Course platforms to learn code. Let's discuss the best online sources developers use to learn how to code. 37,000 plus responses got for this survey question. The original question was, what online courses or certifications do you use to learn to code? 65% developers use Udemy to learn code. Second one is Coursera. The third one is Codecademy. I don't know why they didn't add YouTube into the list, because mostly self-taught developers from the third world countries learn from YouTube, including me. Finally, we have Udacity with 30% and Skillsoft, which I don't know what that is. Now let's talk about developer roles. Few developers consider themselves to be a single developer type and instead showcase a diversity of skills. The majority of the responses are full stack developer, backend developer, and front-end developer. If we look at the percentage, like 33.5 almost are full stack developer, 17.8% are backend developer, and 6%, only 6.6% are front-end developer. I don't know why people don't want to become front-end developer, because maybe mostly people don't like to design things. And fourth one is desktop or enterprise application developer, and fifth one is mobile developer. There are also many other roles, and the student counts for 2.6%. The next section is key territories. Across the world, developers and technologists turn to Stack Overflow to gain and share knowledge. Our survey received responses from almost every country on earth. The majority of the poll responses, 30%, came from the USA and Germany, then from India and United Kingdom and Northern Ireland. More than 60% of respondents are from the top 10 nations. On the reverse of the ranking from 22, Germany surpassed India to take the second place this year. Top 10 countries are like, first one is USA, second one is Germany, India, United Kingdom, and Ireland at 4. And the fifth one is Canada, sixth one is France, 8 Poland, and like others. This year's Stack Overflow just asked one question about age instead of several questions. 43% of professional developers are 25 to 34 years old. But we can see that the majority of respondents who are learning to code are between the ages of 18 to 24.